Tatas Pranam. Jai. Right.
Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Krishna Mataji.
We are ready to start. Yes. Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste
सरस्वती देवी
Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. Day 3 into our reading. Let me go ahead and share the screen. So I was just reflecting on many of you asked about how Jagannath Puri is in Vaikuntha Dham. So the point was in Jagannath Puri they don't have that Vatsalya, all that prema loving exchanges, right? The Lord is in ecstasy, but the devotees are still worshipping with awe and reverence. So that's how they are still, that Dham is still in the Vaikuntha planet. Little light on it. Yes, Shri Gaurangi Mataji, 81.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. That abode can be reached only through the purest sentiments, in which one follows the sublime love held for Krishna by the residents of Vraja. Golok can be reached only by prema, free of fault, untouched by jnana karma or any other material endeavor, and concentrated on the son of Nanda Maharaj. And to learn this kind of prema, one must carefully study the examples of Vrajvasis like Sri Nanda and Yashoda, and especially the ideal example of Sri Radha and her companions.
Okay. They are stressing here on the Vrajavasis and not on Krishna, because the more we think about Krishna, awe and reverence only will come. So only when we understand the mood of the devotees there, how their relation is, then that prema bhakti will come. So that's going to get stressed. Yes, Amritanati.
One can never achieve such pure love for the personality of Godhead by concentrating on His supreme power, because in that mood one invariably feels fear and reverence.
Yes. Gayatri Mataji. Gayatri Mataji, if she is not there, then Leela Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. One achieves that love only by thinking of the Lord as one's ordinary dear friend. That love is higher than found in the material worlds and the outer coverings of the universe, and higher than in the spiritual kingdom beyond.
Jai. If Nayan Sundari Mataji, I'm not sure if she's there. If she's not there, then Priya Mataji.
Yeah. Although that reciprocal affection seems to follow the ways of the ordinary world, it is beyond the world. It combines intimate sweetness, amazing opulence, and worldly simplicity. Comments. Goloka's Lord and its residents care for one another, as do people of the material world. Yet their prema transcends the limits of mundane love. The loving, the loving dealings of Vraja are like nothing ever seen in the world. When Mother Yasoda simply remembers Krishna, milk flows from her breasts, and Nanda Maharaja is constantly drenched in a flood of his own tears of love for Krishna. The cowherd men use everything they have, even their wives and children, only for Krishna's pleasure, never their own. And some of the old ladies of Vraja adopt the mood of Yasoda, while others disguise themselves as their own young daughters to please Krishna. Krishna's friends are constantly desirous of seeing him so much so that they cannot tolerate even the momentary obstruction caused by Krishna's passing behind a tree. Oh my God. And the blessed covered girls have no interest in life other than him, whether separate from him or going out to meet him or enjoying his company. They relish all sorts of extraordinary ecstasy. In these ways, the prema of Vraja is both amazing and sweet, combining within itself the majestic opulence of the spiritual world and the simple sweetness of the material world. The devotees of Vraja possesses super worldly opulence, and at the same time, they are the most simple people. By their opulent power, they are ex- expertly able to understand and take part in all the various aspects of the Lord's countless pastime.
Yeah, we'll
Unlike our
stop there. Yeah, we'll stop there, Mataji. Somehow got added, but that's the main point. Like they are combination of both spiritual and the material simplicity and the opulence of the spiritual world. This is why it is said it's so hard. Just it is hard to even go anywhere close to their prema bhakti that they exhibit. Like they use their wives and children. When all those words are coming, then we are like loss of words. What to say? Anita Mataji. Is she there today? Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu. She's not there. Sashikala Mataji, are you there?
Yes, Mataji, I'm here. Hare
Yes.
Krishna. In Goloka, the dealings between the Lord and his devotees increase their mutual love in a way not possible in Vaikuntha, the abode of supreme opulence.
Vasantrasa Mataji, are you there today? If not, Vallabi Gopi. Vallabi Gopi, are you there? Vallabi Gopi, your turn.
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Ayodhya and Dwaraka resemble Vaikuntha, but Goloka is even greater. Therefore, Krishna has arranged for it to be far away.
So in that Goloka chart, so I'm not sure if you all are able to see my screen. Are you able to see?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mataji.
Yes. Okay. So let me get that bigger. So this is important to see because of this reason. Just 1 second. Hare Krishna, it won't let me show. Okay, a little bit here it can show. So Brahma Jyoti, we are here, Vaikuntha, and there is a big gap actually. Like everything is next, but here there is a big gap before you can go to that other dhams. So that is because of its the rasas elevated level. So it is so far away, even physical distance is far away from the Vaikuntha planetary systems. That's what they are trying to tell us. Next. Vallavi Gopi, then Sirisha Mataji, are you there, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes.
In that most delightful abode, the residents share special pleasure pastimes with the Lord, in which they all realize the ultimate limit of sweetness.
Jai. Neeta Mataji? If not, Payal Mataji. If she's not there.
Yes, Mataji. Yes,
Okay.
Mataji. Indeed, that world, I think, display the complete essence of Lord Hari's most confidential Godhead.
So that most confidential of Lord Hari's pastimes take place in Goloka. Richa Mataji.
Standing above Vaikuntha, only Goloka, the unique crest, Ishan, please. Sorry, Mataji. The unique crest jewel of all worlds can show such superlative glories.
Okay. After you is Priyanka Mataji. Are you there today?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
Gokula, Goloka's direct expansion on earth, is also greater than Vaikuntha.
Here, and the
And the Gokula of the Mathura district within the material world is again so supremely great that no one can properly describe its astonishing glories. Gokula, Goloka's direct expansion on earth is also greater than Vaikuntha. Hare Krishna.
I am trying to check all the messages and all that's coming up. So, so you want to listen today, Payal Mataji, or it's okay that you can read? Okay, you read. So is there Neeru Mataji next? Are you there? Hare Krishna, Neeru Mataji. Okay, you're not there today. Please listen, dear friend. My unsteady tongue is itching to speak. I shall now uncover a jewel I have long kept stored in the treasure chest of my heart. So Narad Muni is like, once you start speaking about Krishna, you cannot stop. So he's like, this secret I can't speak to everyone openly. So now that you're my friend, I want to uncover this secret that's been long cherished in my heart. And he's going to talk about the Lord's pastimes more in detail to Gopakumar.
When the personality of Godhead Krishna, Lord of Golok, wants to enjoy his various pastimes of the highest pure love, at the end of a certain Dwapar age, he descends to the material world in that special place. He descends complete with all his partial expansions. Beginning with this verse and continuing through text 172, Narad now describes the most confidential glories of Bhauma Vrindavan, Golok's manifestation on earth. To prepare the grounds for establishing these glories, in text 92 through 101, he first demonstrates the super excellence of the Lord of that abode.
So here is a thing that we get to know we have not heard before anywhere. Like I have not heard before anywhere. That at the end of certain Dwapara age, like when the Dwapara Yuga comes to an end, the Lord actually descends, it seems, to the material world. When he comes, everybody comes. That's how in the Vaikuntha the Lord goes missing. Other places also suddenly the Lord goes missing when Gopakumar is trying to find the Lord. So when he wants to have his private time and his pastime, he just comes down to this earthly Goloka planet. So that's how special the place Vrindavan is on this earth. Let's see further.
Though the Lord's personal expansions assume many different appearances, the Lord is one with them all, and that Lord suddenly abandons Vaikuntha and his other abodes. He abandons his things and his people of those abodes and his own supreme power, and he leaves far behind his consort and servant like us, who are exclusively devoted to him and have no other shelter. Neglecting us all, he goes to the material world. Commentary. All the expansions of Vishnu are included within the original Godhead Krishna. Thus, when Krishna descended to Mathura Gokula in the material world, he takes all his expansions with him. They are non different from him, yet each of them also has its own individual identity.
Yes. So it is said that how he also lives Mahalakshmi there in the Dham and he's ready to quit everybody there like Narada. He says, even myself, yeah, I am left and the Lord comes off down here. Leela
So,
Mataji.
Hare Krishna, shall I
Oh,
read?
Gayatri Mataji, yes, please.
To enjoy a happiness unobtainable in any other company, he sports freely in the Vraja of Sri Mathura with its residents who have natures exactly suited to his own. Commentary. The purpose of Krishna's descent was mentioned in text 92 as his wanting to enjoy his various pastimes of the highest pure love.
Yes.
By an abundance of his mercy never disclosed before. He then becomes directly visible to the people of the universe who have the exceptional good fortune of firm devotion for him.
Priya Madhavi Mataji.
Yes, Mata. And so it is that sometimes the Lord of Vaikuntha is not seen in Vaikuntha. You have found this out for yourself.
Yes. Sashikala Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
You're there. Okay.
Yes, Mataji. Sages concerned with the history of various worlds therefore described Lord Krishna in different ways. Some say he is the master of Vaikuntha, and others the thousand-headed Purusha.
So that's how even nowadays still the confusion continues, right? We don't know if Vishnu came from Krishna or Krishna came from Vishnu. So it's not that easy for everybody to understand this secret. Since we all know this open secret, we feel like, why is it that hard? But we are on that special category that Prabhupada has given us the unopened the mystery to us very quickly. Vallavi Gopi. I'm not sure if Vasantra Samataji joined or no. Okay, Vallavi Gopi, go ahead.
Yes, Mataji. Some sages think that the Lord who has descended in Mathura city is Lord Narayana, the friend of Nara. Others think him Lord Vishnu, and yet others Lord Keshava, who lies in the ocean of milk. Thus, the followers of progressive Vedic culture describe Krishna's descent, each in accord with his own understanding from what they have ascertained about the Lord's supremacy and his sweetness and his other qualities.
Yes. Sirisha Mataji.
But in truth, the divine Lord of Goloka eternally adorns his own abode upon the earth, enjoying his own unique pastimes.
Payal Mataji, would you like to read? I'm sorry, Neeta Mataji, were you there? Somebody help me. I am lost. Calling out names and trying to remember. Hare Krishna. Neeru Mataji, are you there? Would you like to read?
Yes, Mataji.
Go ahead, Neeru Mataji. We can't hear you.
Uddhava is very dear to residents of Raja. And you are from Raja yourself. Therefore, I can say something confidential.
So no one in this house is an outsider. That's a very nice statement. And Uddhava is very dear to Raja, so he can also hear the secret. So Narad Muni is revealing further. Payal Mataji, did you send any messages or you're okay to read?
Yes, I'll read. In that Vrajabhumi, the Lord's opulence have visibly achieved their final perfection, and so also in many various ways have his mercy, his beauty, the sweetness of all his excellent qualities, the splendor of his pastimes, and his subservience of his devotees.
Priyanka Mataji. Priyanka Mataji.
Um, the pastures of Nanda Maharaj, unique in their features, have become the land in which the Lord's highest opulence personally sports. The opulence whose mere sidelong glance creates all the glories of the material world, and who serves as mistress of the household of for the Lord of Vaikuntha.
So here the explanation is given that who serves as a mistress means like Mother Lakshmi. So Mahalakshmi herself is coming down. She wants to be down here. When she comes, all the opulence also comes. So sometimes we may think that the land of Raja is very simple, but it is such that that will help in the Lord's pastime. So that's how the Lord likes it. So that's how it is kept like that. But that doesn't mean that there is no opulence. So Mahalakshmi herself is ready to come and serve there, and she's hankering actually to come in. So that point is mentioned here. Richa Mataji, I'm sorry, I missed calling your name.
In the land of Raja, any tree with any of its parts can fulfill all the desires of anyone who asks. Yet the Lord does not always display his opulences in Vraja, because that might obstruct the enjoyment of his pastimes.
Yes, this is the reason that they're all Kalpavriksha trees, but they don't manifest, they only manifest whenever the Lord wants them to. Anyone else who has joined later who did not read or I did not call the name? Simply because Putana, the child killing demoness, disguised herself as a respectable person, the Lord bestowed upon her the destination of being his mother. By similar pastimes, he also gave liberation to her family members, Aghasura and others, even though they were enemies of the pious devotees. So, even though we all have heard about Krishna Lila, the pastimes, killing of all the demons so much, but when Narad Muni is going to explain these pastimes, he's going into ecstasy because he's able to feel the mercy of the Lord where no other incarnation has ever done this before. So that is the mood that Narad Muni is explaining, and he's just losing himself as he's speaking these, narrating these pastimes, which are not actually ordinary. Yeah.
He allowed his belly to be tied to the base of a grinding mortar with ropes for tying cows, and to enliven the women of Vraja, he danced, he entertained them in other ways, and carried out their orders.
Yeah, these pastimes we have heard, like they would say, we won't give you butter if you only dance, we'll give you butter. So they made that supreme Lord dance for their will to please. So, who will do all these things? So Krishna has done all these sweet, sweet pastimes, and he continues to do.
No one can describe the glories of his beauty, but still I shall speak about them as far as I am able. His beauty amazes even him. Seeing him, the cows, birds, bushes, creepers, and trees all become ecstatic.
So all these things should take us back to Krishna book where we read all the movable stop moving and all the non-movable like trees and even the mountains, they start moving seeing the beauty of Krishna. That's how it's amazing, and he himself is mesmerized seeing himself in the jeweled pillar. Who is this beautiful boy?
That is so bewildering, no, Mataji? Krishna himself looks at himself and sees he's so beautiful and gets bewildered.
That's how Narad Muni is like, as a no incarnation, like no godhead Vaikuntha person has never done this before. So true.
My dear boy, in beauty, character, virtues, and behavior, the women of Raja excelled even the supreme goddess of fortune. All women of respectable families worship their feet. Yet, even so, Krishna's beauty robbed the women of Raja of their sobriety.
Means they gave up their chastity for Krishna's beauty. So
Seeing his beauty, people would curse Brahma, the creator of eyelids, and praise Indra, who has 1,000 eyes, and hanker for all their senses to become eyes. What extraordinary states would anyone not attain upon seeing his beauty?
So the rules and regulations become ulta. Like we all don't pray to Indra, we actually pray to Brahma, but they don't. They curse Brahma and they pray that they praise Indra because of the eyes that he has. So their mood is just above and beyond any normal regular regulations of the world or even the spiritual world.
How can I describe the greatness of the land of Vraja, where the personality of Godhead displayed his own beautiful form? He may possess the same transcendental nature everywhere, but even in his company, the devotees in other places don't feel the same ecstasy.
So he is the same. Lord is the same everywhere. But the reciprocation that he's getting from the devotees of Vraja are extremely special. Yes.
Whatever age he appears to be, he always maintains the special charm of childhood. He accepts service from the pastimes of mature youth, and he also partakes of the attractiveness of adolescence. And at every moment, his personal qualities appear newer and newer.
Jai. So in the explanation, it is given more where there are servants also in Vrindavan, like Nanda Baba has servants, but those servants don't talk to Krishna with awe and reverence. They also joking, they make jokes. Like nobody makes jokes with Narayan in the Vaikunta or Ayodhya or anywhere. They're also servants are there. But here the servants can even joke with Krishna. That is the intimacy, even though they are in the servant category. Vallabi Gopi. Vallabi Gopi, are you there?
Mataji, go ahead, Mataji. I'll read next.
Okay, okay. Sirisha Mataji.
What no one before had ever done, what he himself had never done under any pretext or in any circumstance, and what till then had been impossible for anyone, all this he did in Vraja during his all attractive childhood pastimes.
This is again and again we have to understand that what he himself had never done under any pretext or in any circumstances, and what till then had been impossible for anyone. So all the childhood pastimes of Krishna are impossible for any of the incarnations to show that or manifest that kind of magnanimity. So all this he did in Vraja. That's that extraordinary special thing about the Bhuloka Vraja, the Vrindavan Dham. Yeah, Narad Muni is talking. Payal Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. All those pastimes are an ocean of nectar, and though my tongue is always eager to relish their sweetness, it is terrified of drowning in them. A person should never proceed with something impossible.
So Narad Muni is feeling like I have taken an impossible task. But he can't stop it either. Now that he has started. Richa Mataji.
Whose heart would not be stolen when he has drunk even once through his ear holes the nectar of all those pastimes? My tongue therefore wants to proceed, and its restlessness no longer lets me maintain my shyness.
Hare Krishna. Priyanka Mataji. I'm sorry, Neeru Mataji is there. Okay, Neeru Mataji and then Priyanka
Mataji, I am not able to. Yes, yes.
Mataji. No problem,
So,
sure. Priyanka
whose
Mataji.
heart, Mataji? No, no, I'm not able to see. Like, yeah. Whose
At
heart?
the age, your
At
Neeru
the age,
Mataji,
okay.
your turn.
At the age of 3 months, Krishna lay under a large cart and broke it with his tender foot, and then he cried for breast milk. On 2 occasions, he showed his mother the whole universe within his mouth.
So in this, right, like after, like kicking that Shakatasura and breaking is not an ordinary joke. He did that what fantastic job of killing the demon, and then he's crying for his mother's milk. Who will do this, right? So this is just two ends of extremeness of the Lord. So he's showing all that magnanimous pastimes, and he's crying for his mother's milk, which nobody can understand. Really, is this a baby or is this the Lord? Yes, Priyanka.
Mataji, can I ask one question?
Yes, Mataji.
Gop Kumar is from the place of Gokula, so he doesn't know about Krishna, those pastimes and all these things.
But the magnanimity of that pastimes he's getting to know. Like, see, we also know, right? How many times we heard, but how did we understand how great these pastimes are? We just like laughed at it, or the way Narad Muni is bringing it up, comparing how this is that supreme Lord who has done this, and he is exhibiting this pastime. So he's showing, he's revealing how the greatness of these pastimes to him, even though he knows it, but understanding is another next step. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, sure. Priyanka Mataji.
May you be protected by his pastimes of killing Trinavarta and crawling around in charming ways and stealing butter and yogurt to satisfy the gopis. Hare
So he's
Krishna.
also even blessing, may you be protected. So at the end of every Krishna chapter, we also had these blessings from the commentators, right? So Narad Muni is blessing him. May I be protected by the clever glances he cast at his mother in apparent fear when the gopis complained to her by the delight. he showed in eating dirt and by the games he played while his mother churned yogurt. So here he's not going into every aspect of Krishna's pastime in detail. He's just touching upon the few to bring out the sweetness of the Lord's pastime. So we have to brush our memory back to Krishna book. So he's saying, may you be protected, and then he's saying, may I be protected. So that's how charming these pastimes of Lord are, filled with emotions and filled with blessings, and it's purifying to remember the pastimes of the Lord.
The Lord's crying, his breaking the yogurt pots, his stealing fresh butter from storage pots hanging from the ceiling, his running away in fear of his mother, and his restlessly looking about with fear in his eyes are all very wonderful.
Jai.
May my mind be enchanted by his dragging the mortar to which his mother had tied him with ropes around his belly, by his felling the urgent tree, and by his bestowing a benediction even while tied in that way.
Jai, a little bit more of commentary, Mataji. Yeah.
Commentary. While still bound tightly to the mortar with the strong ropes used to bind cows, Krishna graciously placed the reformed son of Kuvera. Okay. O Nalkuvar and Manigriv, now you may both return home, since you desire to be always absorbed in my devotional service. Your desire to develop love and affection from me will be fulfilled, and now you will never fall from that platform. Bhagavatam
Very
10.10.
nice. 42. Thank you, thank you. Jai. This is the beauty that Narad Muni is trying to explain, that since we all know, still we are able to relish only when we know the greatness of this dham and the magnanimity and the charming aspect of how Krishna is exhibiting all these pastimes only in Vraja, in Vrindavan Dham. Yes, sharing time. Any reflections?
Mataji, the one thing that strikes out to me here is in all the reading that we have done so far, how important it is to be taught, right? Whether it is how you should behave in front of the Lord, or whether where you are going. Gopkumar has that mantra, Gopkumar has that desire also, but still Narad Muni comes and prepares him before he goes to the next destination. So how important the position of guru is, and how important it is to learn and understand from him. Then because Gopkumar is able to do that, that's why probably he is able to go steps forward. Without that learning, it's not possible.
So true. You just hit on the real point, Mataji. Like a child can be born prodigy, but he
Yeah,
has to be taught to bring out that
yeah.
that from him. So this is exactly what we are learning. Yes.
And how with so much humility, even Narad Muni says, right, even may I also be saved. So that mood is so humble, Mataji.
Yes, I just love this. Like how Prabhupada says, when you all go back to Godhead, I have some hope.
Yeah.
Even one disciple, when he goes back, I have like the Lord's ambassador is saying this. Who is saying, "Wow"?
Yeah.
So it's just touching. The humility of the Guru is amazing in everywhere. So these pastimes are really very, very sweet. And that's how even in the Kartik month when we were singing Damodarashtakam, just my mind, let it be just absorbed in this sweet pastime of Damodar, let my mind be taken. So even the Kavi writes in that poems, may my mind be absorbed in this Damodar Leela. But for us, it is so hard to just to give you an example, there was a car ride. Maharaj, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, just came out of the airport. He, Gauravani Prabhu and my Prabhu had gone, and a few other devotees went to receive Maharaj in Baltimore. And they all got into the car and they started driving. It's another 2 hours drive down the way. So Maharaj, everybody was quite quiet. Then Maharaj said, okay, now everybody tell a pastime of Krishna. This is what Maharaj said. And everybody was like, as if words were not coming out. Then Gaurani Prabhu was like, Maharaj, we only are used to hearing from you. We never spoke. Then Maharaj started laughing and he said, okay, then I will start. Then next, I want everybody else also to say. So then was the real challenge that it was not at all coming. My Prabhu was saying, how many stories we have heard, but it is not just coming to say like a story, like that flow, that absorption, that mood and nothing, leave the mood, but the words in order. So Maharaj wants us to feel for the Lord, his pastimes. And we all actually, Matajis, are very blessed, huh? Because we have to tell the stories either in the school kids or our own kids. Somehow that blessing is there in this Mataji's form, that storytelling is part of our life.
But still, if you tell me to talk in front of Maharaj, it won't come.
It's another problem. But at least we have that storytelling capacity. True, Mataji. In front of Maharaj, everybody will be dumbfounded, no doubt. Krishna.
The stuff is not working. Even the day Maharaj was talking, my ears are not working that day. I don't remember what Maharaj talked to me. I was still begging the audio or something.
Did anybody send it? No? Now catch Payal that she's here.
Yeah.
Payal, if your husband shows mercy on us, we can get that recording.
Oh, Krishna, I'll request him.
Yes. So we will catch you only, not him.
Okay, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Deepa Mataji, may I ask, like, what is that pastime that you're talking about with Maharaj? Like, you met him where, Mataji?
You're asking me?
Yes.
I met him in Kunjbihari temple.
Oh, that was long ago, Mataji.
Long ago. Very first time, Maharaj, you're talking about Radhanath Maharaj, right?
Yes, Mataji. No, you were just now telling about the pastime. Like you were telling that you didn't know what to talk. Maharaj was talking with you. So
that is like a recent Maharaj with the disciples. He spent 2 hours to just ask how we are all doing. So each family we are in the Zoom, so each family can have a chance to talk to Maharaj. So when my turn comes, I talked, but Maharaj also talked. But I didn't remember anything. That the ecstasy, that seeing Maharaj, that it never happened before, right? I never talked to Maharaj like that. I never introduced myself to Maharaj. So like that, the chance came. I was talking, but I don't remember anything. That's what I'm telling. I'm Bulangal, what you call the senses. My senses are not working at that time. So that's why I'm telling. Even if you tell a story in front of Maharaj, I don't think my mouth will work. So it's kind of blank.
Yeah. Maharaj asked one simple question straightforward about how was my class, and how I blabbered and blabbered. Just one question, how was my class, he asked. And I'm saying something all, and my Prabhu is like, what happened to you? You talk big lectures in the house. There you are just saying everything was wrong. And Maharaj just laughed and he walked.
But he knows everything.
Yes, yeah, I totally relate to what you're all saying, Mataji. Once Rompad Swami Maharaj had come here to my house, and like when he was talking, like we were all, I mean, I really don't know what to reply back. And as Priya Madhavi Mataji said, not only the mouth, even my ears also got shut. What is he talking? Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
That's very
sweet. Yes. Thank you all for sharing those sweet exchanges. And it is the mercy of the spiritual master that we get this mantra and the Sangha and the teachings and the training. So we are so thankful to Srila Prabhupada for have given us everything as the college. So we will end here if there are no other reflections. Anybody else has anything to say, or I can end here. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasinduਭ्येव च पतितानां
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
वैष्णवी वृंद की जय।